Joe Rose and I were best friends. When we did our exhibition match in 1990, I hit him with a counter hook kick, one of the best hook kicks I've ever thrown in my life. I said, oh my God, I've killed him. I hit Joe Louis right there with the heel. I said, he's dead. I've crushed his face. He backs up and goes, ow. I went, just kidding. Didn't mean a word of it.
Right.
So, think about it. All we can do in all our life is throw the technique.
Mm-hmm.
Might not even be a karate kick. Might be getting in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Might be walking outside with your wife. All we can do is do the technique. Whatever happens after that is the combination that we work.
Right.
If you realize in boxing, everything is a combination. What's the purpose of a combination? To create an opening. Life is the same thing. I open the door for you. All of a sudden, we become friends. You learn to hate me. Ken goes, and Christy goes, I got that. So what happens is we have all this stuff, and it's all life.
Mm.
Martial arts, was designed as a martial, which means military, art. I've been doing this now since 1963. Well, really since about 1959, because I was a wrestler in high school too, in junior high school. So, and wrestling is a martial art. People don't realize, but it's a martial art, probably the first one. Why? Because you got a piece of meat, I want the piece of meat, I grab the piece of meat, so we tussle around to see who grabs a piece of meat. There was no punching or kicking, no hitting with a stick. We just wrestling, more or less. Then it became more advanced. But you go, okay, why am I doing this? And in this day and age, with all the stuff that's going on, you have the confidence to do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Kids nowadays, you start martial arts. My granddaughter did gymnastics. She loved gymnastics. Then she watched me do some stuff. She wants to do martial arts. So she does martial arts for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then changes his mind and wants to do something else. In this, back in the old days.
Let me ask you this. Where's your granddaughter live at?
Tallahassee, Florida.
So I can imagine owning a dojo, and some young girl comes in and says, I want to try martial arts. The instructor is teaching her martial arts, and then he finds out that her grandfather was Bill Superfoot Wallace. How would that go? I mean, seriously, I'd be like, holy crap, the pressure is really on now.
Well, matter of fact, that's what happened. They used to live in North Carolina. Remember when we went up to Perry Gibson's to do a seminar?
Mm-hmm.
Usually I did a seminar in High Point.
Mm-hmm.
One of their friends had a school since when he's moved. But anyway, and High Point is just a little ways from Greensboro. So I'm teaching the seminar, and I call my daughter up. Her husband and my two granddaughters come over. They watch the class. Next thing I know, the youngest granddaughter, wants to take karate. So I talked to the guy, and he says, "Bring her over." So she's taking karate for about a year or so.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're 12 years old,
Right.
all of a sudden you want to do it, and
Right.
next hour you don't.
Right. Yeah.
So, but it's so.
Yeah, that's
At
a lot
least
of pressure teaching Bill Wallace to school martial
A
arts.
little intimidating.
I mean, I've known you since '88, but I'm still.
Wait till this afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, I know what's coming.
Guys, this afternoon.
Maybe some of the rest of them don't know what's coming, but I know what's coming this afternoon.
Augie's over here. He's young,
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
so he'll heal quickly.
Yeah. But we kind of used him as punching bag
Oh,
yesterday. He's a brown buddy. Yes,
Oh.
Ernie's right?
Yeah, well,
in order to
see-
get his black.
The brown belt right now is okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
But the more blood that's on
Right.
the brown belt, it turns darker.
Right. And eventually becomes
Black.
black.
It's
So-
like the black eyes.
Right,
The
right, yeah.
bruises on the.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
It only hurts for a while. then it goes numb. So it's okay.
Motrin and Epsom salt
Oh, yeah,
could
yeah.
be your friend. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I just think it's amazing nature, and we talked about this morning when you woke up and we were sitting at the
Yep.
Kitchen Island talking.
Having donuts.
Right, having donuts.
That's right.
I just think it's amazing at 77 years old, you're doing things and you've got teenage kids and people in their 20s and 30s like, oh, I can't do that. But you're out here still teaching seminars, still traveling, still doing belt promotions, and just as active as,
But
I mean, you're not as active as you used to be, but you're still very active.
I do seminars every weekend because it's fun. I started to hate the traveling. I'm looking for the Star Trek to where they beam me up, Scotty. Because oftentimes, you know, except for this weekend, I'll come and let's say I go to Charlotte. So I fly from West Palm Beach to Charlotte. They pick me up. I get there Friday evening, sleep in a hotel. Saturday morning, I do a seminar for 4 hours, 5 hours. They take me to the airport, I fly home. And you find it, hold it. I'm in the airplane longer than I'm doing the seminar.
Yeah.
Then if I fly someplace else, right after that, now I'm on a plane even longer. The seminars, so you go, okay. So a lot of times I like to drive, have a nice fun by myself driving. Sometimes I have a friend or something that want to go to the seminar too. But I learn just as much from the students as hopefully they learn from me, because we're all built differently.
Right.
We have different strengths, we have different weaknesses, different flexibilities we're going to find out about a little bit later. But most important, we're different right here psychologically. Why we want to do it. I was a wrestler, so I'm used to in close. But when I fight, I don't want to be close to you at all because I want to kick. Yeah. But the kicking comes from my wrestling background. I was a leg wrestler. I was a scissor man. I would tie in all kinds of knots. I put the guillotine in, put the figure four in, put the Roman candle in, put the bananas, tie in all kinds of knots, right? So, and I wanted to, when I started judo, to use my legs. So the seotoshi, hanigoshi, haraigoshi, all these throws, seotoshi, you use your legs to do the throw. Then I tore my knee up playing judo, so I said, well, now I'm done. But then all of a sudden, hold it, they kick, don't they? And I only have one leg because I tore the medial ligament. So I said, why can't I do the same thing with my left leg that everybody else does with both legs? Because if you, the roundhouse kick that you're taught is usually with the rear leg first. As you throw the rear leg, it comes around and you go hold it. That takes a long time to get there. And as you're turning from this, coming around, all of a sudden right there, you're wide open. And I go, yes, you are.
Yeah.
So you start, you know, conceiving these ideas of how to counter a guy. So when I first started karate, I'm in Okinawa,
Kadena.
Kadena Air Base.
Kadena. Yeah.
Air Base. So I go downtown Naha
Right.
to Eizo Shimabuku School. At that time, there was a school, wasn't the Budokan, was the school. And I'm sitting there watching class. This black belt comes and says, "You do karate." What? You do karate? And my friend with me says, "Do you want to do karate?" And I says, "Yeah, it looks like it'd be a lot of fun." "You stand up." I said, "I got a cast." "No problem, you stand up." So I stand up. He says, "We do yoga giri." Hell's a yoga giri? Side to kicker. Now, where the A's come from, I don't know. Side to kicker. So I stand up, and he brought up, there's a side kick, about knee, thigh height. He says, "You do that." And I watch it come out, okay. So I did it about 15,000 times, right? Because I can't move, so I can just stand up and bring the leg up and throw the kick. Now that's over, so I'm sitting down watching the class. We leave. The next week, I'm thinking about it. I said, it's kind of neat, let me go back. So my friend and I go back. He says, "Oh, you're back. Now do Moashigiri."
Another Japanese word. What's a Moashigiri?
What the hell is Moashigiri? Around the house kicker. Around the house kicker. Oh, goody. So he showed the round without the from the front leg, because I couldn't twist. So I told the round kicker about 15,000 of those buggers. A couple months go by, I get out of the cast. So I want to take the regular class, so the old, you know, traditional, and down from the fighting stance, but I couldn't push off with my right leg. You know how you step forward and push. I couldn't because it was still, the ligament was very weak. So I just kind of stand and said, "What do you want?" I said, goes my right leg, says, "Kimidachi."
what the heck's a kibby dot?
What the hell? Keep it on.
Yeah.
Horse stance. Riding horse stance. Hence, since that time, since 1966, Wallace used a horse stance.
Yeah.
Because the knee's slightly bent, so it's stronger,
Mm-hmm.
and it's as far away from my opponent as it can possibly be, which is a good point too. And I can step with my front leg, take the weight off my rear leg, and I can place my front leg with my rear leg, so it's, and that's my, rather than that. And that's what's been all this time.